Hello, hello. Welcome to your reverse the workday flow. We have a little yin or restorative. We don't hold the poses for minutes at a time, but we do take a few breaths in each posture and just really focus on letting the day go. This is the perfect class for people who have desk jobs. If you're typing at a computer all day, we really try to reverse the slouching posture. We work through the spine a lot and the upper back, the shoulders, and we really just focus on coming back home to ourselves. Especially after a long, stressful day, this is going to be the time for yourself. So we do hold these poses, like I said, for a little bit, not too long. I'm not going to add any background music. Feel free to find some for yourself, play some in the background. We're not going to talk too much today. Just allow ourselves to see what comes up for us, have a little mental check-in, and just honestly have time for yourself. Have some time to be with yourself. So thank you for joining me today, and I really hope you enjoy this class. We begin today on our knees. To start off this practice, we are going to sit up on the knees, reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, taking a conscious effort to let the day go. So whatever that means to you, if it means coming into your breath, be closing the eyes, be taking hands to heart center, fostering that connection. Letting the stress melt away from your shoulders. Arriving on the mat, this beautiful space for yourself. And whenever you're ready, you can gently blink the eyes open if they were closed. And reach the arms up, 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 grabbing a hold of the left wrist, pulling it over to the right side, keeping the chest lifted towards the front of the room. Letting yourself open with every breath. And on your next exhale, gently release the wrist and come to a twist, peeking over your right shoulder. Gentle movement. Finding one last breath here. And gently returning back to center. We can make this next posture a multitude of different things. So we can plant the hands behind the feet and press through the hands to lift the chest up. We can simply drop the head back, find a little throat stretch, opening up our throat chakra, letting the blood rush to the head. Maybe we find a little back bend. We take hands to heart center and just connect to the abdominals as we slowly lean back. Taking your choice of one of these variations or finding one of your own. Wherever you can breathe nice and easy. Gently coming back up to neutral spine. Inhale, raise the arms up, reaching for the right wrist. And exhale, bend to the left. Finding one last round. And then exhale into your twist. Finding length in the spine. Maybe gazing over the shoulder, working through the back of the skull, the cervical spine. And exhale through center. Coming up onto the balls of the feet, tucking the toes underneath, and sitting back on the heels. Sending your feet some love, especially if you were on them all day. If you're not a desk worker, maybe you're a nurse or a teacher or a restaurant worker. Yes, give them just a few breaths of love. Hands to heart center. Just a few breaths here. And if we work at a desk all day, this could be a great moment to add in some wrist rolls. Interlace the fingers, just move them around, wake up the joint. Get all loosey-goosey. One more breath. And release the fingertips. Walk the hands out in front of the knees. We're going to come into a hybrid of cat pose. So press away from the mat with the fingertips, rounding through the back. Still keeping the feet tucked if it feels okay. We won't be here for that long. Round through the back. Find the space between the scapula. And on your next inhale, plant the hands and come into cow pose. Yes, stay here for a few breaths, even on the exhale. See how that feels. We can stay here, or we can maybe play with this pose a little bit and take the ankles up towards the heels. Up towards the heels. Up towards the buttocks. Squeezing the lower body as we're opening through the collarbones. And exhale, release the shins if we have them up. Coming into traditional rounds of cat-cow. Inhale to drop the belly. Exhale, round the back. Tuck the chin in. Make this as full of an expression as you can. Finding one more round before meeting back in tabletop. Beautiful, neutral spine. We're going to walk the hands out and release into puppy pose. You want to keep the hips over the knees, just taking this time to melt the chest down, opening up through the shoulders, really helping to reverse all that slouching right now. Release and let go. Inhale, lift the chest a little bit. Take this right hand underneath the left elbow or right underneath the tricep and melt down, coming into a little quarter puppy. So we're targeting the left shoulder right at this moment. Just staying here for about 2 breaths. And then gently lifting, replacing the right hand and taking the left under the elbow. Melt down, exhale. The forehead can lie on the forearm or on the mat. On your next inhale, gently raise back up. We're going to walk the hands back towards the legs, cross the feet at the ankles, and send the legs out, coming up into an upward plank pose. We can take reverse tabletop if we know that this doesn't feel good, or skip this one altogether. We won't be there long as well. So extend the legs. Take the hands, the fingers point towards the bum. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze through the abdominals. Send the glutes up, pressing away from the mat. You can point the feet. Just holding here, 2 breaths. Just squeezing everything. Activating muscles. And exhale, slowly lower the hips down. Legs are still straight. Reaching up, coming into staff pose. Settling in, we'll stay here for a few breaths. So if we're tight in the legs, we can definitely keep a little bend in the knees to help tilt the pelvis forward. Flexing the feet wherever we are, kicking the toes back at the face. Keeping the spine nice and long as we just gently either stay in full staff pose or creep the fingertips towards the feet, bit by bit, breath by breath. Finding your last breath and gently raising back up. We're going to bend the knees, plant the feet. Take the right hand behind the bum. The left can hang out at the knees. Just finding another little twist. Twists are so detoxifying. Perfect to get rid of all that stagnant energy from work that you don't want to be carrying home with you. Let it go, let it out, let it fly. And then gently come through center to twist to the left. Amazing. Coming back through center whenever you're ready. And making your way into a little bound angle. Sending the soles of the feet together. Doesn't matter how close your feet are towards your hips. Not what we're worried about. We just want to ground down, root down into the mat, connect with the earth. Maybe we want to butterfly the legs. We want to have a little fun. We can find a static stretch. We can butterfly the legs. Find a little sway. Spending a few more rounds of breath here. Take what you need in this moment as we begin to come to the end of our practice. And lift back up. Slowly roll onto the back. You can hug the knees into the chest. Maybe find a little bit of hip circles or knee circles. Coming into happy baby next. The lower back will love this. Send the feet up and reach for the big toes, the ankles, or the shins, letting the knees fall to the sides of the body. As we press the lower back into the mat, feeling that support, feeling that almost warmth, that sensation. Send your awareness to the back as you let the breath flow. Feeling yourself relax with every breath. And staying here in happy baby for as long as is necessary for you. And then whenever you're ready, you can make your way into whatever final resting pose your practice needs today. Maybe it's corpse pose. Maybe it's another little hip opener, reclined bound angle. Or we can let the knees knock together in this constructive rest pose. Hands find the belly, connecting us back to the breath. Making a conscious effort right now to soften and release anywhere we find any tension in the muscles of the face or the shoulders, maybe the hips, maybe the mind, maybe it's more mental tension that we need to release. See where you can soften and let go. And anchoring yourself back with the breath, making some final wiggles or adjustments. That whenever you're ready, you can come to one side and gently press up into a seat. Thank you so much for joining me today, sharing your time and energy, especially after work. Might not have been the one thing you wanted to do, but I'm sure you feel a little bit better now. I would love to know how you enjoyed this class. And if you want to be entered into the giveaway, make sure to like and comment on this class as well as the 4 before and our final one tomorrow, our bedtime. Thank you, as always, for showing up for yourself and with me here, allowing me to guide you. Thank you. Until next time.